All right. For the next 4 days, I'll be going over these. If you are sitting here and when I'm teaching it, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I remember that. Okay, cool, you're good. You don't need any extra practice. But if you're sitting here when I'm teaching and you're like, yeah, nope. I'm going to have a tutorials on Monday and Tuesday. If you would like to come and get quadratic practice, might be wise to come. So let's look at this question right here. Y'all look up. How do I solve for x for this question? Okay, I can't square root it yet because you cannot square root a negative number. I have a negative 1 right here. Do y'all agree with that? So can I divide it by negative 1? And what is negative 9 divided by negative 1? So x squared equals 9. Also, I want to tell you something. You could have just got rid of the negatives. You can change the sign. But if you change the sign on one thing, what are you going to have to do? Change the sign on everything. So let's give you an example. If I give you negative x squared plus 6x equals 2, can I change that to a positive x squared? Yes. Math lets you do that. However, if I change this to a positive x squared, what's this going to become? Equals. That's legal in math. You can do that. So just letting you know, if you just wanted to change that to positive x instead of dividing by negative 1, you can do that. All right, what do I do now to get x by itself? Square root it. And what you do to one side? And what is the square root of 9? Plus or minus 3. Not all quadratics, but most quadratics are going to give you 2 answers. Okay? Let's do another one, and this is where I might blow your minds a little bit. Give me a day. Negative 6 equals x squared plus 7x. Negative 6 equals x squared plus 7x. All right. How do I solve this? Okay. So over here, didn't we get x by itself? Yes. That's because there's just an x squared. This one has an x squared and an x. So I'm not going to get x squared by itself here. I can't just square root it because those are not pretty numbers.
The 1. Isn't there a 1 in front of the x?
There is a 1 in front of the x. Huh? Combine like terms. That's a good guess. But can I combine x squared and x?
Wait, can we do divided by negative 1, cross them out?
Nope, not in this one. Why would I add the 6 to the other side? Because I want to make it equal 0. Do you remember getting quadratic problems that equal 0? Yes. Okay, so y'all learned the box method. Remember around spring break? I'm actually not going to do the box method. I'm going to teach you a faster way to do it. The box method works. It works, especially if there's a bigger number, like a different number besides 1 in front, like Christiana was saying. But if there's a 1 in front, I'm not doing the box method. I am just going to simply factor it. So, I need you to look up. And again, I expect some of y'all to be confused right now. After we do this 2 or 3 times, you should be catching on. How can I get x squared? What's the only way to get x squared? So I'm going to put an x and an x because x times x gives me x squared. Does everybody in here agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I get 6?
1 times 6.
Well, I could do 1 in 6. I could do 2 times 3. And then we were just repeating 3 times 2. That's the same thing, right? Okay. Which one of these sets adds up to my middle number of 7? Positive 1 and positive 6. And we have just factored. Now, that's not my x. What does x equal? If you're lost, it's okay. We're going to practice this every day to get you found, hopefully by the end of the week. X plus 1 equals 0, and x plus 6 equals 0. How do I get x by itself? It's negative 1. How do I get x by itself? You just switch the signs, and it's minus 6. And those are my answers. Have you seen this before in math?
Oh, yes.
This was on your STAR test last year. 100%. 100%. Yes, it was. Okay? Do you remember it is a different question. Okay? We're going to practice this every day just so that y'all get better at this. You are going to have one quadratic on your test. That quadratic is worth, I think, 3 points. So if you didn't get it, you have 2 weeks to get it. But if you still don't get it, that's only 3 points on your whole test. Okay? I don't want you to freak out about this. I don't want you to think about dropping my class because of this. But I just need you to see it. Okay. Do I have a geometry? What? No more STAR tests for the rest of the year. For the rest of your life. If you pass Algebra STAR, you're done with STAR. Alright. Nice. So let's talk about angles. Angles. What is an angle? It is a figure formed by two. Everybody today has been saying 2 lines. But it's actually not a line. What is this right here? A ray. Everybody fill in those blanks. An angle is a figure formed by 2 rays with the same end point, which would be, in this case, B. That B, that end point that they share, is called a vertex. Everybody say vertex. So whenever I'm talking about a vertex, I'm talking about that common endpoint. You should be writing these notes with me. Okay, a vertex is a point where the rays intersect. Now, somebody said lines earlier instead of rays. If you have 2 lines, it does create an angle. You're not wrong. But in this case, this one by itself. Now, what are the sides of this angle? Okay, everybody tells me the sides are A and C. I agree A is on the side and C is on the side. But what is the whole side? BA, and it's a ray, so I need 1 arrow.
Wait, BC.
BC. Has to be the whole thing, because just C is just a point. It's not the whole side. Could I say CB? No, why not? It's a ray. The arrow is starts with a point, and then it goes with an arrow. What's the vertex? B. So just put a B right there. Y'all, I have just answered 2 questions on your test. Yeah. What are the sides? What's the vertex? Now, how can I name this angle? What could I call it? Say it again. Angle ABC. Do you agree I could call this angle ABC? Yes, I can do that. What else?
CBA.
I can call this CBA. Correct. Angle CBA. I can call this angle 1. As long as there's not a degree with it, we can call it that. Like if it had 1 degree, then you wouldn't call it that. But yeah. Okay? Could I call this BAC? Start at B, go to A, go to C. Is that angle? No. So could I call it ACB? No. I have to have what in the middle here? You have to have your vertex. In this case, my vertex is B. I could just put angle B. Yep. Now, you have to be careful with this one right here. I'm putting a star next to it because angle B will not always work. I'll show you in just a second when it doesn't. Does everybody have this written down? Open up. And actually, right here is a perfect example. I cannot call this angle angle B. Why? Which angle would I be talking about? The whole one, the left one, or the right one? I don't know. So if you have more than one angle, look up, y'all. If you have more than one angle like this, you can't call it angle B. You would have to be specific. ABD, DBC, or ABC. But if it's just one by itself, like this one right here, definitely call it angle B. It's the shortest way to go about it. Okay? All right. Are we ready to go back to 3rd grade? Maybe 4th grade.
Actually,
Yeah. Okay. What is an angled measure whose measure is less than 90? Oh yay, we knew that one. Good. Can everybody put a degrees with that 75, because that is not angle 75, it is 75 degrees. What about an angle who's equal to 90? A right angle. And remember, a right angle has to have a little box or what? Or a 90 degrees to let you know, hey, that's what this is. What about an angle who is greater than 90 but less than 180? Obtuse. Again, can you please put a degree sign on that 130? Okay, this might be a new vocabulary word. What about an angle who's equal to 180 degrees? It is a straight angle. Do you agree this angle makes a line?
yes.
It is 180 degrees. A line makes 180 degrees. We call that a straight angle. Okay? Hey, those are more test questions. Okay? Which one of these is the biggest? Oh, be careful. Don't say obtuse. You're used to obtuse. Your biggest is now straight. All right. Another new vocabulary word. Two angles that share a common vertex, a common side, but no common interior points. What I like to say is these angles are neighbors. They're neighbors. That's not what they're called. But do you see how angle 1 and angle 2 are right next to each other?
Yes.
They're neighbors. They share this common vertex right here. That's like a fence. Okay? We call these adjacent angles. Adjacent. What does the word adjacent mean? They are next to each other. If you are adjacent to somebody, you are next to somebody. Okay? All right. I'm going to skip around real quick. We'll come back to the other ones, but I want you to skip to number 8. Can you please skip to number 8 now? Two adjacent, what does adjacent mean? Two neighbors, two angles who are next to each other, who always have a sum of 180. We call this a linear pair. Y'all, what does the word linear mean? A line. How many degrees is a line? 180. What is a pair?
Two angles.
So, a linear pair is two angles that equal 180. What is a straight angle? Hey y'all, look. A straight angle is one angle that equals 180 degrees. A linear pair is two angles that equal 180 degrees. And they must be next to each other. They must be adjacent. So can you please do a little loop right there and make equal 180 degrees. All right. Next, what about opposite angles that are formed when two lines intersect? So, 1 is opposite of what? 3. Angle 1 and angle 3 are opposite, and because of that, they're actually the same. We call this vertical angles. Vertical angles. What else are vertical angles here? Angle 2 is also vertical or equal to angle 4. Vertical angles. Okay. What about angles that have the same measure? What word means same in my class? Congruent. Congruent angles. Remember the congruent sign? Angle A is congruent to angle B. And in this class, you remember if the sides were congruent? Last unit, we did tick marks. In this class, if they're congruent, I'm going to do arches. If you see two angles have arches, that means they're the same. Do y'all see how the one right below it, they have arches right there? Because they're both 70. So anytime you see those arches, that means they're the same. Speaking of the same, what about a ray that divides angles into two congruent angles? If I cut something in half, what am I doing? So that is called an angle bisector. It cuts the angle in half. By the way, when I do an angle, you're going to see me do the little symbol like this. That symbol right there means angle. What is this whole angle, ABC? It's 140 degrees. So do you agree this BD cuts that in half right here and makes them each 70? BD is the angle bisector. It cuts your angle in half. Can y'all draw that arrow with BD so you know that's the angle bisector? Okay. Those are kind of our new vocabulary words. We're actually going to spend a day, every day this unit, if you look at our calendar, on each of these. So, tomorrow, we're going to talk all about angle bisectors. On Monday, we're going to talk all about linear pairs and vertical angles. On Friday, we're going to talk about adjacent angles. So every day is going to be one of these vocabulary words. We're going to go deep, in depth about them. Okay? However, I skipped two. Did y'all notice I skipped two? Yes. These are two vocabulary words that you learned in 5th grade, is what I was told. But man, 5th grade was a long time ago. 5th grade was online for a lot of y'all? That was COVID year for some of y'all? Okay, interesting. Good to know. So maybe you didn't learn this. Let's see. What if I have two angles whose sum, what does sum mean? I'm going to add them together to equal 90. Two angles, when you add together to equal 90, what is that? Complementary. It is complementary. Have y'all ever heard that word, complementary angles? Some of us, yes. Some of us are like, no, I have never heard it. Complementary.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Huh?
I've heard of complementary.
You heard of complementary?
It's like when you go on a plane and they give you
a complimentary, yeah, you're right. A complimentary towel is fancy. I was thinking a drink, but okay. Yes. So what about two angles that have a sum, again, adding to 180? Supplementary. Now, be careful. What's the difference between complementary angles and a right angle? Angles. There are two of them. A right angle is just one right angle, 190 degrees. Complementary angles are when you have two of them that create a right angle. The other thing I need you to know about complementary and supplementary, they can be adjacent. They can be right next to each other. But do they have to be? No, they can be across the paper and still be supplementary because they add up to 180. Or still be complementary because they add up to 90. So they do not have to be adjacent. They can be, but they don't have to be. Linear pair has to be adjacent. A linear pair is supplementary. You agree they equal 180? Yeah. A linear pair is supplementary. But not all supplementary angles are a linear pair. Why? They don't have to touch. They can, but they don't have to. Okay? So just be careful. Supplementary, complementary, it means two of them. Now, how do you remember which one's which? Look up. Supplementary starts with a S. What can I turn S into? An 8. An 8. 180. Supplementary is 180. Complementary, complementary can be turned into a 90. Did you see that? Did I do it too fast? Let me do it again. I have the word complementary. It starts with make it a 9. I have the word supplementary. It starts with S, make it an 8. That's how you can remember. Alright, heads up. Last but not least. What are all of you playing with in your hand right now that you use to measure angles? A protractor. A protractor. So we are about to learn how to use them. If you can please put your paper in your notebook, I would like you to glue onto page 12. Go get glue if you need it, but I would like you to glue onto page 12.
This is the greatest thing ever made.
What?
Yo, bro.
That's just to say it's a new unit. Yeah, that's just me telling you we're in a new unit. So you don't technically have to, but yes. I'm sorry?
Where did I get this?
Oh, on the table over there.
Bro, no, okay, give me like toys like this.
That's not a toy.
It's a toy. Miss, can I take them from my house?
Go buy one at the store.
No, I'm not spending money on this piece of junk.
Then why are you trying to take it home? What? No. Oh, we're going to do that tomorrow.
The pencils that make angles, they're like...
Yeah, the compasses.
Hey.
We're going to do that tomorrow.
There's 2 pencils.
Look how fast this is, bro.
Bro, we know you're good at that,
Alright, are you done gluing? Because I got to go over some problems with you. We're going to go over a couple different things. How are we doing on time? 41, I want to finish by 50. Okay, I got 9 minutes. Okay. Have y'all wrote this down? Are we good? Writing down? Yes. Yes, we're just doing like on the other side of your notebook. So like you know how you glued in on the right side of page 12? You just do the warm up on the left side. Yeah. Okay. So, I want to talk to you about protractors. Can everybody please look up at my board? Okay. This is a protractor. The first thing you're going to want to do or note about a protractor. Hold on, I'm going to put this on my paper so y'all can see. All right. Shh, y'all, I'm talking. First thing, you were to pick one up over there. First thing I need you to note, look up. Make sure your protractor is going the right way. Look up at the board. Are those numbers going the right way? No, they're backwards. So please make sure you turn it so you can read all the numbers correctly. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. Okay? This right here, this circle right here is where my vertex goes. And then you are going to read. There are outside numbers. There are inside numbers. You actually get to choose which ones you want to read. It is up to you. So, I'm going to show you a picture like your homework that looks like this. Homework tonight. Due tomorrow before you get into class.
What?
Yep. Watch. Hey, y'all. Quit talking. A problem like this, look at this angle right off the bat. Is it acute or obtuse? Hey, so you remember how I say don't assume?
We don't know, miss.
Hold on. If there's a protractor showing you, you know.
Oh, okay.
You're not assuming, you know.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, so is this acute or obtuse? It's acute, which means my answer needs to be what? Less than 90 degrees. So if you get an answer more than 90, you're wrong.
Wait, which numbers are we looking at?
So that's a good question. It doesn't matter. Whatever numbers you look at, y'all, whatever numbers you look at, you just have to stay looking at them. So for instance, if you're going to look at the outside numbers, what number is that?
180.
180. What about right here? Where is this at?
135.
It's between 130 and 140, which is?
135.
So what should I do to these two numbers to figure out the angle? What is 180 minus 135? It is 45 degrees. Now, hold on. We can look at the inside. Where is the inside at? 0. Where is this right here? And be careful.
45.
Okay, so a lot of y'all see 55 because it's after 50, right?
Oh.
Because you're used to reading left to right. But it's between 40 and 50. What is that? 45. So what is 45 minus 0? Bam, didn't we get the same answer either way? So you choose inside or outside. Now, stop. Shh. Listen. You can also count, little guys. I'm here. I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. And then, do you agree this doesn't go all the way?
45.
So this is 45 degrees. I just taught you 3 different ways to do this.
I don't have a protractor.
Go get one from the back of the room. Now, what if I give you a picture like this? This is different, but you're still going to do the same thing. So look up. X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z starts right here, goes to Y, then goes to Z. By the way, if it starts at the bottom, just look at the two numbers. Is this angle going to be 120 or 60? Is it acute or obtuse? So is it going to be 120 or 60? 120. So that it's greater than 90. It's going to be 120. Okay? Next. X, Y, V. X to Y to V is right here. That looks like two colors because they're on top, but that's okay. How am I going to do this for X, Y, V? X is at 120. What is this at? 55. So I'm going to do 120 minus 55. What's 120 minus 55? 65. And you would have a calculator you could do it on. Okay? Or, hold on real quick. Or I could do, what's this right here? 125 minus, what's this right here? What's 125 minus 60? Either way, we get the same answer. Jade, what was your question?
So we have to use them opposite, please?
Re-ask that question a different way because I don't understand what you're saying.
So you know how you use the top one, but the bottom one?
No, they go together. If you're using the top here, you have to use the top here. If you're using the bottom here, you see how I used 120? Then I have to use the bottom down here. Does that make sense? You can't switch or you'll get it wrong. Last but not least, the other thing you could have done is what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5. Does this make sense? So that is reading the protractor. Now we are going to measure with our protractor. So I'm about to give you a piece of paper, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Look up, please, because you're going to be lost, and if you ask me, I'm going to ignore you because you're not listening. When you get these problems, these are not long enough. So the first thing I need you to do is to draw a vertex, and then with the edge of your protractor, I need you to extend it longer. Okay? First thing you're doing. Then, You are going to, again, is this the right direction? Can you read these numbers correctly? Yes. You are going to put, look up, you're looking at my board. You're going to put your vertex on where we drew that. And then do you see this little line right here? It needs to match up with the bottom of your ray at the bottom. Now, hold on, is this acute or obtuse? This is acute. Do you agree it's less than 90? So your answer should be less than 90. So where is this hitting at? I've lined it up. Where is this hitting at right here? Do you agree it's between 50, 40? So it's about 45 degrees. I'm going to give y'all like 2 or 3 degrees. If you're off by 2 or 3 degrees, you're fine. If you were to say that's 55, that's wrong. I would count off. But if you said 48, 43, that's fine. Okay, let me show y'all again. You put your vertex on that little hole. You need to make sure this line is lined up, and then you're reading. How come I'm reading 45 and not 135? It's acute. It needs to be the smaller one. Does this make sense? Okay, I'm going to give you a paper. I want you to do all 6 of them from this paper. Do all 6 of them from this paper. It's a great time to ask your neighbors for help. It's a great time to raise your hand and ask me for help if you need it.
Why don't you just knock your neighbor's head? Yo, that's like dangerous for maybe like 3
Not right now.
I really do not like my neighbors at all.
I'm going to give y'all 3 minutes to do all 6. Go!
Take one and have it done. You gave me the paper.
Just about.
Yeah, that's what you call clear white.
Clear is white.
So what is it?
Look, let's see. No. You just don't like it. Oh, yeah, you're right. What's your mom make? What's she make for?
Black and white.
Black and white, just like the song. And the movies. You never heard the song before?
And you do this every morning.
It's so good.
Can you work? Because you're talking the whole time I'm teaching. Because y'all are talking the whole time I'm teaching.
If you're not putting a degrees with your answer, that'll be points off. Oh, no, you gotta put it on.
Is this more than or less?
Nice, though.
Oh, yeah.
Perdóname. I got 25. Miss, it doesn't fit on. Miss, it doesn't fit on the thing.
Okay, so what's it pointing to about?
About 80.
I'll see it call. What's it between?
85.
What number do you use?
So you see how you have to read it backwards? So everybody's making that mistake today. They're saying 85.
Like, look, what is it?
I had to turn around.
But not even that.
How many years is that?
That's
Oh, well, I have about
your natural brain thinks 85. You see how the numbers are going backwards? It's not that, so you always have to look at what it's switching to.
I like the bottom one though. The top one.
Yeah, that's fine.
They come fuzzy.
That's fine. Yes. Yeah, that's good.
Holy. It's about
Oh my God! Bro, Batman,
Armando, how much you supposed to do this one?
This is a 90 quarter.
Like this?
It doesn't matter.
So like, am I gonna do it like this?
just draw the dot.
It doesn't matter which board. It just has to.
Am I the number one?
This like right here.
Okay.
Draw the dot. Draw the dot and line it up with the circle around where the thing is.
Bitch, I was trying to do number
Where the
one.
hole is.
Obviously.
Bro, it's not funny, bro. I'm actually struggling.
Where you put that dot at, put your pencil right on it, line the back, try to keep it as straight as possible.
No, don't be bullies.
Yeah.
Line. And then follow the protractor.
I know that, but miss, like how you hold this thing? Is it like this or?
Turn it so that it lines up. It doesn't matter. No, because it needs to line up with one of your braids. So turn it more.
Can I go to the restroom?
Yeah.
You stop instigating.
Alright, if you're struggling, look up. If you got it, just come look up to check. Again, I would draw a dot right there first so that you know where your little hole needs to go. And then you want it to line up. Where does this extend to? I got about 30. If you got 31, 29, that's acceptable. 32 even, I would accept that. Okay? For this next one, let me extend it. I'm going to draw the vertex and then place that on the protractor. Make sure it lines up. Now be careful. Can everybody look up, please? A lot of you, your gut instinct, you have learned to read things from left to right. When you see 80, your gut instinct says, oh, 85. Why is that wrong? What's it between? Look what they're between. 70 and 80, what's between that? 75. So if you got 85, that's just why you got it wrong. Make sure you look in between.
It's like this side of your baby, because they wrap right to left.
Do they?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, I need everybody to look up on this one. I had a lot of people tell me, Ms. Olivares, what? How do I do this? This don't make sense. You need to turn it until one of them ends up at the bottom. I personally like them to go to the right, but you could turn it and open up this way. But I always like mine to open up to the right. You can turn this. Alright? Oh, I need to extend it. Hold on. Okay, when I turn this and go, where does this, make sure it lines up, where does this go to? I would say about 120. If you got 118, if you got 123, that's fine. And just to tell you, this one is 150, and I think this one is about 25. If you get 27, 28, that's fine too. Okay? We'll practice more with these every day. You will get this on the test. Now, look up please. Shush your neighbor real quick. In Schoology, it could take you less than 10 minutes. You can begin right now. There is an assignment. You might want to open up Desmos too since you're going to be subtracting. But there is an assignment in Schoology. Hold on, shush your neighbor. We're in Unit 2, y'all. We are in Unit 2. Worksheet 1 is what you're doing. Go.
What do I do with this?
What do you do with what? You keep that just as, yep.
Miss, can we switch now?
Yes.
Miss, I'm not gonna lie to you. My computer is very slow. How much time do we have left?
You have about 6 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So if it's going to take further, that's fine. Just, when does this due? Tomorrow before you walk in. Kim,
We're gonna do it in person.
tomorrow before you walk in, this is due for a grade.
Tomorrow, right?
Before you walk into class. Yeah. Nick,
I've been waiting.
Brielle said,
Oh, teacher did make us
Oh my God, there you go.
Bro, no one is doing that zero, bro. There is no.
Hey, go back over that. Hey, I didn't say you could come here though. What you think you are? You're in my personal bubble. I don't want get on my desk.
Okay.
No,
I'll come back in 2 weeks.
I'll be back in. Oh, Miss Sean?
And she knows she's a bird is like an AI. She has a thing that checks our
Every teacher does. You freaking genius.
She has a thing on our document, miss, that checks every work we did and it checks.
Miss, I don't think Nick knows that every teacher does.
Oh my God.
you know you can put something into AI and see if AI generated it. Just put it in there and say, is this AI? And it'll tell you yes or no.
You didn't know that?
My friend taught me the method, miss.
Well, you're using AI to determine.
Sure.
GPT, make it human. Use less big words.
Sure, and then I put it into AI and it's like, did you do this for them? Yes.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Trust, miss. I know the method.
I'm gonna tell him if it's only Mars to actually I didn't do it.
Don't blame me, Miss Rich is my friend.
I can't use AI though, miss. I don't know.
ChatGPT's a bomb.
If you're reading
I don't like the answer to this, man.
if you're reading outside, it's
That's
outside.
like too sophisticated for me.
It doesn't
That's
feel
a big
human.
word.
Like it doesn't feel human. Like when AI speaks to me,
Miss, what is sophisticated?
it feels
mean?
like dystopian.
How you used it was perfect.
Miss, it feels
Angles
dystopian.
can't be
I
negative.
learned a new word today.
You do that one. Yes, he did. He said it in Call of Duty yesterday. He's been spamming his
The
email.
words I said yesterday got me banned.
Oh yeah, it did get you banned.
Don't be
Nick
saying
got
those
banned because he said a funny word.
I'm back on a 1 week ban.
Bro, I hate those 1 week bans. Wait, what was the biggest ban you got?
3 months.
Hey guys, also if you're absent, I moved the binders over here because that was. So if you ever need extra papers, they're over here now. Marcelo, I still heard what you said.
Miss, that was 2020 Marcelo, Miss.
25 bomb yesterday and my team sold me.
Miss, Nick said some diabolical stuff when he's He said a really bad word a couple of days. Bro, but that was like 2020 Marcelo. And that was when like Call of Duty could not ban.
Well, they always could.
On what? They just never could.
That was just practice.
Yeah, I got
what I
pushed.
say because I'm gonna get back regardless.
Yeah.
Marcelo, have you opened the prompt?
Like if it gets to a
School
point,
yeah.
miss, where there's people, they're capping in each 4 angles of the room.
Bro, you love me out.
Look at you using math in Call of Duty.
Yes, miss. It's a square, so it has 4 right angles.
Very good.
Yeah. You're so dumb. No.
Is it square now?
No. Square, you don't have four right angles. Still subtract. Just choose the biggest.
The inside or outside? You choose inside or
Call of
outside.
Duty. This is the heartbeat sensor. This is the heartbeat
Yes,
sensor.
miss. It tells you how far they are. And
Yeah.
the angles.
Yo.
It's like this.
Call of Duty, like geometry is robbing Call of Duty, miss.
Miss, I basically.
Is it
Like,
robbing
this
it?
happened?
Was this still okay for just notes?
Yes, that's just practice.
Bro, you should have seen me. I got like, I think it was like 6 months, but that was like 20. I know, it is like
Look,
that.
miss.